So what I'm about to say is going to sound incredibly stupid, but I'm gold prospecting in northern Canada, Nova Scotia, late January. Yeah, I said it. It sounds stupid. It is stupid, but I'm going to take this opportunity to make up a better plan for the spring or summer, because this is one of the craziest gold prospecting places I've ever been. There is gold not far from here. There was an active gold mine here years ago, probably within a mile of me. So there's got to be gold here, but this is unlike anywhere I've ever been in California. It's not nearly as accessible. It's hard to find gravels. The rocks are just ginormous. Every piece of granite is the size of a car, and there's no little gravels underneath them because you can't get underneath them. So I'm completely confused by this place, but I know it's got a lot of potential, so I keep coming back. Not just because I have family here, but because it's very intriguing, and I know that there's gold here. So if anyone has any experience up in this area of Nova Scotia finding gold, I would love to know more. I'm sure you keep your stuff secret because this is very difficult. But I want to know more about this area, and I'd love to be able to find gold. But I can tell whoever finds gold in this area works very hard to get it. A lot harder than you would in California, that's for sure. So I'm gonna poke around, show you what I am up against, even though it's the winter, and maybe somebody can clue me into finding more gold in the summer. So I'm on my way to normally where I'd have my base camp. It's a family cabin way back here in the woods on private property. Normally that's where I'd start from, and normally I'd be able to drive back there, but this time of year that's not possible. So gonna hike in by foot, start from there, look around. I'm gonna try to make it to the river where I'd like to do more prospecting in the future, but I don't have very good hopes for it being accessible this time of year. But I would like to share with you some of the obstacles with prospecting here, so maybe somebody can explain to me where the gold is. We'll see. Here's my normal base camp, the cabin. This is where we spend our summer and fall. Kind of keep all the supplies and stuff here and go out from here. Awesome spot. Take you down into the lake from here. Going down to the lake. There it is. So I'm at the lake. I'm gonna head down from here to the river and take a look. You're probably about to comment about how stupid this is. Yeah, I'm by myself and I'm on a frozen lake, but I'm not gonna go on the lake. I have no idea how thick it is, and I'm not gonna take that chance. So yeah, you are right in calling me an idiot, but I'm going to play it safe and stay on the edge of the lake and head down to the river and take it from there. But here we go. but not terrible, but it is a bit windy. And the conditions are pretty treacherous. I'm probably halfway to the river. Weirdly enough, the lake is not frozen in this section. I have no idea why. I guess it might flow a little bit more, or it's windy or something, but I'm sure some wise Canadian can tell me why this section of the lake is not frozen. So I've been walking around the edge, staying away from the water, on my way to the river. Look at this old wooden boat. I wonder how long this has been here. It's been here a while. It's been grown in. Completely grown in around these trees. Wow. This happens almost every single time I go exploring. I find an old boat in the woods that's been left there so long that the trees have grown around it, and it's obviously not been touched for a very long time. This one is fiberglass. A lot of the ones I find are wood, so they're usually not seaworthy anymore, completely rotted. This one looks like it could actually float. It's all fiberglass and it doesn't look like it has any holes. So I'll have to come back here in the summer and see if I can't get it out. It looks pretty nice, actually. They even had their bailing bucket. Pretty neat. I love finding stuff like this. It may be even owned by one of my family's ancestors. I have no idea, but pretty neat. So I'm down at the mouth of the river. Definitely breaking up the frozen ice here. I guess that's expected, but you can hear the river from here. It goes down eventually to the ocean. So pretty neat area. Not gonna find much gold today, I'm guessing. This is kind of the reason why I have so much trouble here. Not the snow and ice, but the sheer size of this rock. And there's no gravel near it. It's just mud and these giant rocks. So I never can figure out where the gold is. You'll see it better when we get to the river, but unusual when you grow up in California. So here's the river. I'll show you some drone shots tomorrow when it's not raining. This is the head of the river. It goes several miles down to eventually the ocean. So there's a big stretch here. I've tried many times, well, really tried hard one time to find gold in this river in the summer and didn't find anything. But again, probably doing something wrong. I'll give you some closer shots here. Here's some drone shots of what it looks like summertime or fall time. A lot easier to prospect, but still hard to find gold. Again, it's a fun place to go, but someone's got to show me where the gold is. So yesterday when I got down to the river, I just kind of stopped filming because it was just snow and frozen water everywhere. I couldn't even dig in the dirt. It was just frozen solid. So I didn't think there'd be much to do, and it's supposed to be a lot warmer today. So I came back with more gear. And now it's snowing, so pretty much typical Nova Scotia, I guess. It's really snowing now, so I'm hoping to at least dig around a little bit, but one of the biggest challenges here is, like, it's either running water or complete trees and forests. Like, there's no bank. That's one of the things I have the biggest trouble with here in Nova Scotia is, like in California, the water rises and lowers so much that there's always a bank, and you can dig around in the bank and stay dry. But that doesn't seem to be the case here. I mean, you can see, like, it's just water and then roots and trees and grass. Like, there's no in between. So anyway, I'm gonna go up here a little ways where the river slows a bit and it's a little wider, and see what I can get into. But it's not looking good today either. I mean, this is just nasty. It's just snowing like crazy. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, day 2 continuation video. So here we go. So what you're looking at here pretty much sums up all of Nova Scotia. Like, you cannot get from A to B without the most treacherous hike. I can't get around the water here. There's trees everywhere. And I got a lot of gear, and I gotta go through, up and over in every one of these trees. Through them, over them, under them. It's impossible to get anywhere in here. I don't know how the Nova Scotians do it. Yeah, I got myself in a real bind here. It's just treacherous. How do you get through this? Unbelievable. So if you notice today, I'm headed upriver instead of downriver. I misjudged where I came down. I was trying to get to this big pool here. I've been here in the summer. It's right up above here, just up in here. Actually, right over there, there's an old 1930s or 50s mill or electric plant that used to dam the river and make electricity here. I mean, it's been abandoned for so long that you can't even find the road. Like, there's no trace of how people got here. So I was trying to get to there, and I misjudged, and I've been working my way up ever since. The road or the river expands there, and there's a couple of different tracks that it takes, so I'm hoping to get into some shallow water. I'm gonna send the drone up and get some shots and see if I can get eyes on it, but it's right up there. Little creek feeding the big river. I don't see this very often because it's usually underneath the soil. Like, all the rocks that are gathered up create rivers underneath. all this overburden. And you very rarely see it on the surface like this, which makes it impossible to find like little creeks and things to pan. I mean, the tree roots are just stacked feet high above giant boulders, so you can't really pan anything. But it's beautiful, it's cool, but very difficult for prospecting. I don't even know where to begin with this stuff. So I worked my ass off to get to the spot, through all this with all my gear, spent hours getting here. I hit like a little target right here, and it was sounding like not ferrous metal. And I've been digging and the ground is just frozen solid. And I saw the edge of this thing and I thought it was solid gold, but it's a condom wrapper in the middle of goddamn nowhere. I thought it was gold. God damn it. I mean, who do these Canadians think they are? Magnum? Magnum, seriously? I don't think so. The first time I found this in the summer, I had no idea that people had been down here. And you see, you can hardly see it, but there's a wall over there that looks man-made. And then there's a pole in the ground over here. And then out of nowhere, you find this thing. I guess it's the old electric mill from what the family tells me. My wife's family says that this used to be an old power plant. And it looks like no one's been down here for 100 years. I mean, I'm sure people have, but it's so cool to find this stuff out in the middle of nowhere, completely abandoned. I can't find any trails here. I can't find anything here. And then you just run into this. It's so cool. So I messed around the old power mill, the old building there, and the ground is frozen solid. I guess no duh. But anyway, I couldn't even put anything in a pan or anything like that. So I'm just gonna chalk this up to exploration this year, and definitely found some better ways to get here in the summer, so that'll make things a lot easier. Well worth it. Every time I find something new, I go back and tell my wife's family about it, and they usually can at least dig up a little history about it. But you know, all that history is not written down, so it's really cool to come out here and find this stuff. Definitely be back in the summer. Expect some gold in the future. Canadians, if you know anything about prospecting on Nova Scotia's east coast, please hit me up and explain to me how you find your gold. Thanks a lot.